cross section of
I'm
your
gonna
sinus.
record this, sorry,
Sure.
just so we can understand.
If I was taking a picture of your cheek sinus right now, here's your eye, right?
Okay.
Here's your eye socket, and your cheek sinus comes around like this, and then there's a little ledge right here. And normally that ledge, and this is the kind of the opening, the exit,
Right.
because this is your septum. This kind of into your nasal cavity.
Okay.
Normally, the sinus here makes mucus, and when it makes mucus, it's expelled out of the sinus by these little hair cells, these little cilia.
Yeah.
Well, right now you've got this wall right here, and in the normal state, when your sinuses are functioning really well, and the cilia is working correctly, that mucus can be pushed up and over that hump there without a problem, and it's thin and it goes down the back of your throat, no problem. What we think happens sometimes here is the cilia and these cells just stop working very well, and they don't drain it, so the mucus isn't able to kind of get pushed out of the sinus on its own, so it just ends up kind of sitting in here, and that mucus is a great place to grow bacteria. It's like a little petri dish. And then you get little infections and things. And then on top of that with you, normally right here, this is connected to your inferior turbinate. But this has been disconnected right here from your first surgery. And so
is that a mistake?
Well, it's when you open this sinus, sometimes it's hard to get. There's something called the Uncinate process here, and when you take that down, sometimes it's hard to separate that and plus you had what looked like a big...
I had a whole cyst in
there. You had
there,
a cyst in there, and we don't know whether this is post-surgical or whether the cyst had eroded the bone or what it is. So I wouldn't say it was a mistake necessarily.
You can't, there's no way of knowing. But.
And it's a common thing that happens with sinus surgery anyway. But you've got you're missing some bone here. So instead of the natural pathway where that mucus kind of comes out and over the turbinate, it kind of gets stuck in here.
Perfect.
It kind of does this, and then the thought is that potentially it could wrap around this turbinate and cause problems.